Hey folks, how's it going? The new update is finally live and Dark Rapture Lucillius raid is finally available. In order to host it, we're going to need one of each Archangel Enema, and it can only be played one time per day. I'm not really sure what to bring in here, so I guess I'll go with my ultimate Baja team, at least for this one. Well then, this is supposed to be an Akasha tier raid, so I guess I'll be calling my crew first thing first. Debuff wise, he seems to have a very high debuff resistance. My song has a 15% increase to debuff success rate, yet she still managed to miss most of them. I'm afraid he's going to be immune to the normal attack and defense downs too, so I guess next time I will want to try the stackable ones. Alright, here we have his first charge attack. Iblis picks one of your characters and deals a ton of multi-hits, dealing 2 debuffs, which both miss in this case, and granting him that buff with the double swords. Boosting attack specs based on Evangelist Blade level, which goes up every time Lucillius deals a charge attack, and down every time he gets dispelled. The Dark Queen's charge attack instead was called Mars, and it dealt AoE dark damage and a stackable defense down. Luminier's Call has a chance of dispelling buffs, but I don't think this works with his Evangelist Blade. I've been using it the whole raid, and I've never seen it proc. And even with just one level in his Evangelist Blade buff, he starts hitting for 7 to 8000 AoE damage. That's not really sustainable. Before Ogin, I wanted to try and lower his attack and defense using Thor, but apparently even Thor gets resisted. The only positive side is that at least Thor works into removing his Evangelist Blade buff. So hopefully I'm not going to get one shot here. Another shot at Depravity and another miss on the attack and defense downs. Still, everything else seems to have landed. Well, this read is a tiny little bit bonkers. Just a tiny little bit. And I'm definitely going to get nuked into orbit here. Well then, when Lucillius goes in overdrive, his charge attack becomes Axion, and as you can see, he deals a very nice AoE dispo. But since he's already immune to attack and defense down, there's no way he can have us buffing up to make up for the lost damage. Jesus! He can multi-attack as well. Well then, I guess that's it. One good thing about this raid is that you can use all the full potions that you want. But you're going to eventually run out of them. So, in order to prepare for the next runs, I definitely want elemental defense down in order to deal more damage cuts than I can count, and dispels, like all the dispels. The more, the merrier. I think Wind is going to do great in here, with Leshia and Monkey both being able to dispel Onogi, as well as a third character that can deal Wind defense down. Other than that, I'm just going to run a Spartan main character with either the Xenosagittarius Spear or just a Wind Hose. Alright, this should be his last trigger. Sephiroth deals a little bit of AoE damage, in this case only 3000. He dispels AoE, and that's his second AoE dispo, and grants his wings a defense buff, a debuffed resistance buff, as well as an uplift. And if that wasn't enough, he refills all his charged diamonds. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Here I'm giving it another try with the Lumiere Omega Summon, but once again, no dispel. And somebody just exploded. But I really shouldn't talk since it's going to be... yeah, it's going to be my turn as well. Level 2 Evangelist Blade, 30,000 damage Axiom. So again, the only good thing about this is that you can use all the revive potions that you want. Skipping forward a little bit, we managed to take down his wings. so his charge attack is going to change again. I might be going a bit overkill on the defense here, but since I don't know what the hell this is, I wanted to stay safe. Hopefully it doesn't dispel. Well, it's a simple single target nuke. And his charge diamond refill could be from either phosphorus or the 75% trigger. We're going to need a few more rounds in order to make sure. So he's back with his hit list, but this time he seems to have added a random target nuke at the end of it, since he hit Song as well, inflicting Skill Seal and Petrify. And that is a soft AoE triple attack for only 8000 damage each. If there's anything to take out of this video is that no matter what you do, don't let this Evangelist Blade get up to 3. And again, another try with the Luminaire Omega Summon, and yet another fail to lower his buff number. And we've been at this long enough, it's time to get some more people in here. And of course, this being a 30 people raid, the moment you open it up is the moment that it explodes. 7, 4 and 0. Well then, I still managed to snatch up the second place, so let's see what that gives us. Of course, no prestige, since I've already kept. We get one of the new Shadow Substance to unlock the Dark Opus weapons, and 3 of its fragments, of which we'll need 5 of in order to make one full. So at least, even if you can only leech these raids, you'll eventually get enough to make the new weapons. Well then, let's see where these are. Alright then, these are the new weapons, one for Magna, one for Primal. They all inflict massive elemental damage to a foe and give an elemental crest to all allies, also inflicting additional effect based on what pendulum they have equipped. The weapon skill gives a big boost to elemental allies' attack and HP, and it has 2 more skills that change based on what pendulums they have equipped. One at 4 star, requiring level 120, and one at 5 star, requiring level 200. This makes these weapons extremely customizable, and this is pretty much a build your own main hand kind of deal. For some reason, this weapon seems to share the same weapon types as the Xeno ones, at least the first batch. This is both a blessing and a curse. A curse because in elements like fire you're going to have to choose between having the Xeno Ifrit X or a customized Dark Opus X. But when it comes to light and dark, a light sword and a dark katana, fully customized, in combination of the Xeno light sword and Xeno dark katana, are going to be absolutely magnificent for Chrysaor. So those are probably going to be my first step. Alright, let's go check out what the pendulums do. The pendulums can be found under the consumable tab and weapon skill items of the quest items. They are divided in two categories, one being alpha, beta, gamma and delta, with the alpha pendulum boosting 1 full attack damage cap and giving tank encounter for 3 hits to your main character upon Ogi. Overall not too bad, but nothing to write home about either. The beta pendulum gives you a boost to skill damage cap and extra elemental damage to a foe. Again, could be useful for some compositions, but nothing to write home about. Next up is the gamma pendulum. This one gives a boost to charge attack damage cap, and upon Ogi it boosts all allies charge bar gain. This is probably one of the better ones, especially in water, fire, wind if you're already running wind hoses, and yeah, this is probably what I'm going to go with. The last one is the delta pendulum, boosting change burst damage cap and giving all allies a 10% boost to charge bars. It is pretty much a wind hose effect. I wonder if they stack. The other 4 pendulums are for the weapon's 3rd skill. These require you to clear the Hardmore Lucillius raid, as well as a gold bar to uncap the weapons. Still, they could be worth it. The Pendulum of Strength here adds a stamina skill on your weapon, as well as an healing effect upon Ogi. The Pendulum of Zeal adds an enmity skill to your weapon, as well as giving you a 25% elemental damage cut upon Ogi. The Pendulum of Strife adds a medium boost to all allies multi-attack rate, as well as a boost to all allies multi-attack rate upon Ogi. We don't have the number for these yet, but considering you're expected to spend a gold bar on this, I can guess that multi-attack rate up is fairly high. At least 30-30, if not 35-35. Moving on, we've got the Pendulum of Prosperity. This one gives a big boost to elemental allies attack based on the number of turns passed, as well as an echo upon Ogi. I'm not really sold on this one, unless of course you need a specific weapon for your Akasha raids, or for raids that last 10 or more turns. As far as the 3rd skill goes, I think I'm lacking Strength and Strife the best. One last thing before closing off. Once you complete the first raid, you unlock the Lucillius hard mode fight. This costs 100 AP, it's a level 250 raid, and it takes a shadow substance to host. It only has a 30-minute time limit, and on turn 0 it deals a 30,000 damage AoE nuke. I'm afraid I won't be touching this for the moment. Meanwhile, the uncapped materials for the 4 and 5-star weapons have already been posted around. For the 4-star weapons we're going to need 5 more Shadow Essences and 5 Silver Centrums, as well as 10 Golden Magnet 2 Enemas. For the 5-star version instead, well, yeah, that's a gold bar up there, as well as 50 Primeval Horns from Bahamut high level, 50 Ultima units from Ultimate Bahamut high level, and 30 Astaroth Enemas. Farming for this is definitely going to be fun. Well then, I believe that's it for me for now, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao!